Test. Testing. Testing. Test. 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 Good morning, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Clearview Arena here at Robert Morris Island Sports Complex. As you can hear, we got the tunes blaring in the back. Wake you up nice and early here on our gracious 7 a.m. start that I just couldn't wait for this weekend on a Sunday. We're going to have the Artic Foxes versus your North Pittsburgh Wildcats this morning. I'm back with you here momentarily for Puck Drop. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're almost ready for puck drop. We're going to start off with the line of Jerkovic, Sheets, Maxon with Jackson and Bub is your starting five. In goal is Logan Frank. First time he's going to be representing the Wildcats here on the channel. As the last time we were in Detroit and did broadcasts, unfortunately we weren't able to get reception in the arena that he played in. So, and up the point it goes. Held in by Bub. Shot. That's deflected wide. Back in behind the net. Pressured by Jerkovic. He centers off the goaltender. And they rim it around. Foxes come up, look for an outlet, throw it back to center red. Knocked in onside, offside by Sheets. And we'll get a line change. So we're going to have a lot of trouble here with the broadcast with the music constantly going in between. So I apologize for that, but I don't have very good audio equipment, and it's probably blaring in your ear right now. So sorry. We're going to end up with Whitney, Palladino, and McPhillamy, with Miller and Fritz as your D pairing. Puck in over the line, taken by Palladino. He chips it down the wall, takes a bump, continues on, cuts the middle, kicks it over to Whitney. That shot's blocked. Palladino looks, shot, save, glove save, beautifully made by the Foxes goaltender. And we've got a 6-year-old next to me screaming in my ear, so that ought to be interesting, too, here at 7 a.m. All right, driven wide by Whitney. Centering pass knocked up into the netting. No, just corner by Palladino. Deflected away nicely by the Foxes. Over to the Side it goes. Dumped, thrown back to center red, and taken by Miller. Miller chips it back up to McPhillamy. McPhillamy cuts across, goes into the middle of the zone, now drives wide, looks, dump pass to Whitney. Shot. That's deflected. That goes into the corner. McPhillamy first on the puck, and he does battle. Now Palladino comes down, taken by Whitney. Goes to the point to Miller. Miller looks, chips it back down to Palladino, and he takes the puck behind the net. Looks, dumps it back down to McPhillamy, and thrown back to Whitney now. Nice work here, possession. Whitney off the back of the net to himself. In front, shot, score by Palladino. And just that quickly, with 10:17 to go, North Pittsburgh takes a 1-0 lead. Well, we had a bit of an accident over the evening. Last night I was trying to work on upgrading my software, and in doing so I lost my scoreboard. So this scoreboard does not have shots, and I'll work on that here in the coming days to get the different scoreboard that has shots. But off the face-off, we've got, who do we have here? Donovan, Meyer, and Bowen. And puck out to the point. That's knocked down to Golding on defense. The other defenseman is Jackson, excuse me. And the Iceman and the Arctic Foxes throw it offside. Sorry, I'm not on my top game here this morning, folks. It's early. I'm a little groggy, and definitely don't have the brain power for this right now. Face-off taken, one. Knocked back by Donovan to Golding. Golding chips it up, and down it goes. No ice, and Donovan on the move. He's pressuring. And the Foxes go around. Rimmet Bowen over there. He chips it, and it goes right past him and back to center red. Back check nicely by... Horrible call. Come on. Wow. What an absolutely atrocious call back at center red. But North Pittsburgh's going to be shorthanded. And it's going to be Pierce Meyer that sits a minute for probably tripping. But it was puck on stick, and the player just fell over. Bowen steps in, and he ties up. Puck free. In comes Fritz, and Bowen gathers. Chips it up the wall, but not out. And the Foxes take it. There's a shot high and wide. That's going to rim around, and held in nicely by the tall defenseman. And North Pittsburgh stays in their box. They challenge, but don't go too deep. In the centering pass, right through everybody out to the point. Down low they go. Pressured by Bub. And out to Bowen. Bowen takes it, goes to Donovan. Donovan's going to test. He drives wide on the big defenseman who falls down. Gets tripped in what should be a penalty shot. Let's see if they give it to him. Second day in a row, we have a possibility of a penalty shot. Are they going to give it? They are not. So that'll be the even up call. And we'll have 15, 16 seconds of even strength play and then go on the power play, will North Pittsburgh. Jurgovitz and Sheets, won by Jurgovitz, over to Sheets. Sheets out to the point to Golding. Shot, that hits a defenseman in front. Now Sheets tries to take it. He gets knocked down for his troubles. Over comes Jurgovitz. Now Sheets. Sheets takes it, looks, goes to Jurgovitz. Backhand shot, save made, knocked to the corner. And now we're back to even strength. Pierce heads to the bench, does Meyer. Shot, that goes wide, and Maxon's on. And taken by Golding. Golding Miller, your D pair. Golding goes up the middle, but taken by the Foxes. Dump back into the zone, and back on Golding's stick. He looks, goes wide to Maxon. Maxon goes over to Jurgovitz, and Jurgovitz comes up through center red. He drives wide, looks, still continues to drive. Shot, score, Jurgovitz. 2-0 North Pittsburgh. Little coast-to-coaster there from Nate Jurgovitz, almost from his own blue line. All the way down, just snaked his way through and put it right under the arm of the goaltender, who's still looking around, trying to figure out how that one went in. Sneaky little shot there. 2-0 North Pittsburgh. And we've got Whitney, Palladino, and McPhillamy, with Fritz and Braden Jackson. They chip it around Fritz, and they come 2-on-1. Shot, save knocked aside by Frank. And this one comes up high. Shot coming. Blocked nicely by Palladino. And Whitney comes on. He chips it up. Chased by Palladino. Not able to get it past the defenseman. Held the boards nicely. Now it goes back to the blue line. And the Foxes just throw it into a pile on the side. Now they'll go back D to D. And look to go wide. Nothing doing there, and they ice the puck. We'll have a face-off here now with 7:24 remaining first period. 2-0 North Pittsburgh. So we're going to have Meyer, Bowen, Donovan, and Jackson and Fritz. Face-off one taken by Donovan, knocked back to the D. Shot, that's blocked, and back come the Foxes. 3-on-2, back check nicely by Meyer. That puck's thrown into the corner. And centering pass knocked aside. And down below is Meyer. Oh, taken away, shot. That's tipped over the net. And Bowen down low. He does battle. Tipped away into Meyer's stick. Meyer chips it around, and in he comes. And Donovan tries now on Bowen's stick. He looks, shot. That one's kicked out high, taken by the Foxes. They struggle to get it out and now gain possession. Throw it back to center red, taken by Donovan. He chips it up, looks, goes wide to Bowen. Bowen tries to go through the middle, not able to do so, and back come the Foxes. Thrown in on Frank, and that one's going to be held to get a whistle. Nope, now he's going to play it. The Foxes backed off. Now they come in, chipped up to Sheets. Sheets comes with speed. Going to drive, test the middle. That's knocked away. Now Jurgovich takes it, knocked off his stick, and back come the Foxes. They drive wide, stepped up on by Bub, and back to Sheets. Sheets, nice move in the middle, 2-on-0. Sheets, Maxon, shot, save made. And up high it comes to Miller. Miller drives down, goes left, goes right. Now goes on Maxon's stick. Maxon looks, goes back to Miller. He's taken. Challenge, goes to take a shot and knocked away, and back comes the rangy winger, or defenseman, he takes a shot for the Foxes. That goes wide. Fanned on now at the point, and Maxon bodies up, knocks the puck away, and back comes Bub. He throws it up to Whitney, just over his stick, and in goes Whitney battling. Thrown up the boards, and the Wildcats are in the midst of the change. Stepped up on nicely by McPhillamy, taken by Maxon. Maxon looks, chips it to Whitney. Whitney looks, shot. That one heads into the boards, over the net, deflected. Now McPhillamy throws it in front. Whitney was down low, though, and the Foxes are going to ice the puck. So 5:02 to go. 2-0 Wildcats. We'll have a face-off to the left of the Foxes goaltender. Whitney, Palladino, McPhillamy, Jackson, and Golding. Puck dropped, won by the Foxes. McPhillamy in pursuit, and he does battle down low. Nice hard work there by McPhillamy. He gets battled off the puck, though, nicely. And over comes Palladino. Now Whitney, now taken by McPhillamy, knocked wide. McPhillamy with speed comes over, challenges, hits his skate, and goes in the zone. Now a wide pass there. That's going to be icing again. Fox is looking for that home run pass and haven't found it yet. So we're going to get a defensive swap here. Fritz and Miller are on. 4:39 to go. 2-0 North Pittsburgh. In steps Whitney. Palladino squared up behind him, over to McPhillamy, out to the point to Fritz. That one hits the heel and is blocked. They outlet the puck up, and back comes Palladino now. Knocked away, stepped up nicely by the defenseman, who continues to push on. Back checked nicely by Whitney, centering pass. Nobody home. McPhillamy there. He comes up, pinched off nicely, and now taken by Fritz. Fritz chips it to McPhillamy, and the Foxes take possession. McPhillamy comes back, throws it to center, and back comes. Too many men, not called, and on comes Palladino. So the Wildcats got called for that one yesterday, but it's not going to be called today, apparently, whenever it unfortunately would favor them. Palladino from his knees nicely to the point to Miller. Miller chips it down to Whitney. Whitney drives, looks, pulls up, Waits allows his defenders to come in the zone. Goes down low to Donovan. Back to Whitney. Give and go. Backhand centering pass. Save! What a shot! What a setup, though. Tic-tac-toe. Palladino just not able to bury it on the backhand. Stepped up on nicely by Miller. He holds. And back to center red. Wildcats in the middle of a change. And that's dumped in. Overcomes Fritz from the other side. Challenged by the tall number 94. Over to Donovan. Donovan goes up to Meyer. Meyer stepped up on nicely, but continues with the puck. Now looks, he's back checked from behind, taken down. And back comes. No call there. So tit for tat. And we continue on. Donovan, that's held, not held, offsides. And we'll get a whistle now with 3:04 to go. Come on. Come on. So Meyer, Bowen, Donovan with Bub and Jackson. That's offsides. And we'll have another face-off. That one's won by North Pitt. Jackson throws it up just wide of Bowen. He'll go in on the forecheck. Pressures. Chipped around him. Back to center. Taken by Meyer. He drives wide. Continues to drive wide. Centering pass to Donovan. Shot. Rebound. Meyer. Bowen. Nobody can get to it. Shot coming. That's tipped to the corner. And Donovan. Bowen in pursuit. That's chipped back to center red. And back. Two players run into each other. For North Pittsburgh, puck over here, not challenged because of that, and up they come. Chipped in, taken by Jackson. Jackson comes off the boards, goes back to them, and now he has it again. Up they go. Jackson going to lead the rush. Got Donovan, decides to take it, continues to go, stepped in front of nicely by the Foxes defenseman. And that one's going to be iced. Not going to be far enough for icing, or is it? No, rolled not icing. Not sure how, but not icing. So 2 minutes to go. Up to Sheets it goes. Sheets goes to Maxon, just a little behind him. Offsides are the Wildcats. Can't breathe. And he took it beforehand, so. Jergovich throws it up to Maxon. That tips over his stick. Sorry about that. Out comes the tall defenseman for the Foxes. He drives wide, challenged by Fritz nicely there. Maxon comes up. That's thrown back down low, and Fritz challenges. Nice play there. Knocks it back. Jergovich down. He outlets it up to Sheets, just past him. Sheets is in there, though. We still got to look at it. Comes shot, save made nicely by the Foxes goaltender, who came way out to make that one. Now taken by Golding. He looks in, shot off the goaltender. They need to pass the puck down low. The goaltender is just absolutely coming way out to stop these. There it is. No, missed. We've had two backdoor tap-ins that they haven't been able to make as North Pittsburgh. Out come the Foxes. Nice step up there by Golding. Knocks it back down to Miller. And Miller comes around. Chips it up the wall to Whitney. We've got Whitney, Palladino, and McPhillamy. Whitney takes it, continues to drive wide. Look at that speed. Comes down the wing, loses it, goes behind the net, though. Now looks, hits Palladino, and stepped up on nicely by the Foxes. Back they come with speed. Into the middle they go. Backhand shot knocked to the side by Frank. Bub over. And that centering pass taken away by Miller. And McPhillamy takes it, chips it up to Palladino. Just out of his reach. Now he has it. In comes Phil. Breakaway. Little razzle-dazzle shot. Score! Just at the buzzer. And we have a good goal. 3-0 North Pittsburgh. If that's not a buzzer beater, I don't know what is. Palladino checking to see if it counts. It does. And we have 3-0 North Pittsburgh. We'll join you back here momentarily for second period. Apparently we have one. Alrighty, welcome back to second period action. That is not an optical illusion. There are two very, very tall 12-year-olds on the ice right now in front of you, number 94 and number 30 for the Artic Foxes. To start the second period, we've got McPhillamy, Whitney, and Palladino. Whitney works down low and cuts back, looks, tries to send it to McPhillamy. That's knocked to the corner. And the half wall is thrown way down ice, looking for a breakaway, taken away by Jackson, but then taken away from him. Definitely looking for the home run is the Artic Foxes. They want to hit a man high and just let him run. That one's thrown up high. Shot knocked aside by Frank into the corner. And centering pass. Nice sauce on that one. Just kicks over the stick. Taken by McPhillamy. Goes all the way up to Palladino. And run back in by the Foxes. They step to the blue line. Challenge. Knocked out. And they do battle on the sideboards. Right at the blue line they battle for it. Push. And thrown in. Back to get it is Jackson. He does battle. And down both of those players go, taken away by another Foxes player, but nice play by Whitney to come down low and support his defense. Palladino comes over now. He's got it and kicks it up. Not out, though. North Pitt having a hard time here. Frank takes it, clears it aside to Bub. Bub throws it up to McPhillamy. McPhillamy looks, goes cross ice to Palladino. He tips it in, and they'll get a change. On comes Meyer and Bowen. Bowen's going to pressure, rimmed around, and out. Fritz comes up. Now there's Bowen, chipped behind Fritz, over to Golding. Fox is coming with speed, chipped aside to Fritz. Fritz goes up, but not out. Taken by Bowen now, far side. He's over, takes a look. Sauces it up to mid-center ice, and Donovan runs into it. Not quite able to get there, but continues to pressure. Nice pressure there by Alex Donovan. And down he goes. Looks for Meyer. Holds up. Continues to go. Looks. The Fox is staying right on their points. Shot by Donovan. That's rebound. Save made. Into the corner it goes. Bowen down there. And now Meyer down there. They do battle. Thrown up the side. Donovan with the back check. And continues to hound the forward. They're going to dump it in on net. Frank into the corner. And over to get it is Golding. Golding does battle. And he gets tripped, no call. Thrown over to Fritz. Fritz goes up but not out. Looks again. This time gets it out back to center red. And the Foxes just dump it back in the North Pittsburgh zone. They're the first on the puck. Fritz now challenges. And up to Donovan. Donovan looks, hits Bowen. Bowen drives wide, now back to the center. Over again, continues to drive. Look, just not able to beat the fourth man. And back come the Foxes. With speed, drives wide. Continue to drive wide and hounded nicely by Fritz there. Fritz took advantage of the smaller player and just leaned on him and used his weight. Bowen has it. It goes over to Donovan. Both players need off. Nobody wants the puck. Now Donovan takes it. He'll dump, and Jurgovich will pursue while the other two get a line change. Back it goes to Miller. Miller and Bub, your D pair. Sheets, Maxon, and Jurgovich, your winger, or your forwards, excuse me. And taken by Maxon. He tries to outlet, taken away nicely by the Foxes. Back to Maxon, though, and he cuts once. And big collision there at center ice between two Artic Fox players. And back again. We're playing some ping pong. Offsides are the Foxes. And we're going to whistle now with 8:10 to go, second period. So the Foxes coming back with a little more jump, a little more life here. And giving a little bit more of a challenge here to the North Pittsburgh Wildcats in the second period. So taken by Bub, he chips it up. Pursued by Jurgovich, knocked back in onside. And taken by Bub. He surveys, looks, goes up to his winger off the boards, and it's Maxon. Maxon looks, and Flights almost had one for Sheets, who would have been gone. But kicked away nicely. Centering pass, taken away by Bub, thrown up to Sheets, and back they come 3-on-2. Sheets churning the legs, driving wide, has a avenue, looks, still looks, goes behind, wrap around, not able to get it in. Shot, that's off the net and wide. Jurgovich takes it. Looks, centering pass, knocked away, taken by Maxon. Back to Jurgovich, score! 4-0. That one went bar down on a beautiful passing play by North Pittsburgh. Jurgovich at the end goes bar down to end it. 4-0 with 7:27 to go, second period. And we'll end up with Whitney, McPhillamy, and Palladino with Golding and Jackson as your five. They outlet the puck up. Do the Foxes, excuse me. Nice back check there by Palladino. Shot. That one's about 7 foot high from the 7-footer over the net there. And they do battle. Down to the hash marks. Palladino comes down, throws it to Whitney. Whitney looks, has McPhillamy, decides to keep it. And now it puck piles up under a fallen Foxes player. Continued on by Whitney. He looks, knocked away, back to center red, taken by Jackson. Jackson looks, chips it up to Palladino, and knocked back, and taken by Whitney. Knocked back in, back to Whitney. He's got a step, drives wide. Rangy defenseman, though, with a nice play, and bodies nicely. McPhillamy down, now goes to Palladino. He tries it, can't handle the bouncing puck, and up it comes. Jackson challenges, icing coming against the Foxes, and they're just happy to get to the bench. So 6:25 to go. We'll have Meyer, Donovan, Bowen, and Fritz Miller being your D pairing. Face off to the left of the Foxes goaltender, who appears like he's going to have the entire game here. Won by the Foxes. Pressured by Meyer, thrown to the point to the winger of the Foxes. They outlet nicely. And shot coming. That one's held by Frank. Not sure who gave more of a stick there. Was it Frank or the forward for the Foxes after the whistle had blown? But they both exchanged timber, and we continue on. Face off to the right of Frank. Meyer in. Tied up nicely. And back behind the net it goes. They center. Knocked away by Fritz. Centered off of Frank from behind the net with an absolute garbage goal. They got lucky. It banged off, I think, 2 skates before it hits the stick and goes in. But they get one. So there it is, 4-1. New life now for the Foxes. Unfortunate for Frank there. It just went bink, and in. This player lines up on the wrong side. Gets on the right side, and up we come. Donovan has it. He continues on. Nope, taken away nicely by the Foxes player, and back to Fritz. Goes to Miller. Miller goes up to Bowen, and Bowen comes into the zone. He drives wide, takes on 3, continues forward, has the puck, looks, still goes to the point to Fritz. Fritz goes down back low, into the corner it goes. Now Meyer in pursuit, chipped high, and taken back at center red by Miller. Miller moves from left to right there, up to Donovan. Onside is Donovan, cuts in, drives wide, continues with the puck. And behind the net now, taken away and chipped around. And over comes Bowen. He does battle. And up to the point it goes to Fritz. Shot, that's locked away nicely by the defenseman. And they outlet it back to center red. And they come 2-on-2. Now 1-on-2 as they go for a line change over to the corner. That one goes. And taken by Fritz. Fritz outlets it off the stick of Mason Sheets. Almost in for a breakaway, but just a little too far. And we'll have a face-off now to the right of the Foxes goaltender with 5:02 to go. And we'll have Jurgovich, Sheets, and Maxson with Bub and Myers, your defensive pairing. Up to Jackson it goes. He looks, shot. That's a rebound, and save and held. Jurgovich in there, immediately trying to take that one away. Not able to do so. Held on tightly by the Foxes goaltender. Official cleaning off the puck for us. And one nicely by Jurgovich to Sheets, to Jackson. Jackson looks, throws that one in, just goes wide. Goaltender never saw it. And they outlet to the wing, try to go to the center, not able to do so. Knocked away by both Maxson and Sheets. Maxson comes in, stepped up on, shot. That one goes to the corner. Chipped around, Sheets over. He goes back down. Nope, cut off nicely. Now rim it around, and Maxson's going to go down and challenge. And he does battle. Taken away by the Foxes. Outlet to Sheets, though. Sheets up high again. Nicely takes it away to Jurgovich. And Sheets again up high takes it away. Sheets drives wide. Look, centering pass, back door, tippity-tap-tap-a-roo for Josh Maxson on the beautiful feed from Mason Sheets. This line certainly seems to be feeling it with all those backdoor opportunities to each other. Really have their heads up and are moving nicely. 4:13 to go. Whitney, Palladino, McPhillamy, and in come the Foxes. They drive. Shot on Frank. He holds. And covered nicely by Golding to take away any chance of someone coming in and jabbing his goaltender there. Miller and Golding are your D pairing. And one by Whitney up to McPhillamy. He chips it. Held in nicely, though. Back to Golding. Golding looks, goes cross ice up to Palladino, held in, and they stay on sides. Yes, they do. Nice play by the Foxes there. And chipped up to McPhillamy. McPhillamy chips it up to Palladino, and now Whitney takes it. Whitney, McPhillamy, Palladino roll. Goes wide. Centering pass. Oh, beautiful feed. Just cleared McPhillamy. He was looking for it on the forehand, and it came on the backhand and wasn't able to get to it. Frank's going to hold it and cover, and we'll get a whistle with 3:28 to go. Donovan, Bowen think the only line here not to produce some points, so let's see if they can get on the board with Fritz and Bub. They've had opportunities, just haven't been able to bury it. And Bowen comes in, knocks that one to the point. Knocked back down and behind the net to Fritz. He's met with some resistance and goes up to Bowen. Bowen takes it, looks, throws it to Donovan. Donovan chips it past, has a step. Can he keep going? He does. Can he get in? He can't beat the 7'5" rangy defenseman, though, for the Foxes. Bowen comes down, though. He pressures. Again, that gigantic stick is able to just knock it away. And they do battle. Back on the Foxes now. Up they come. Chipped side by Fritz. Centering pass. That's over everybody. Donovan comes down. Now Bub chips it up and goes to Donovan. Now it goes to Meyer. Meyer looks. Goes wide to Bowen. It's past him. Bowen comes in. Pressures, continues to go, drives, and pinched off nicely by the Foxes defenseman. Now Meyer just through his feet, and nice play there by Meyer. They throw it up off his head, and taken by Donovan. Donovan in, moves, backhand shot, that's knocked aside. And Foxes back to center red, taken by Maxson. Knocked away from him, now taken by Jurgovich. Knocked off of him to Jackson with a nice look to Donovan. Donovan late on a shift here. And being second period far wing for the left winger, he's kind of stuck. Maxson comes up, chips it around. Now Jurgovich continues, pushes, not able to hold it, but Maxson is. Donovan's able to get off, and Sheets comes on. Maxson right down Broadway, taken away, though, not able to be held in almost by Jackson. Knocked away from Miller, look out. In comes the speedy forward, shot, score by the Foxes. So a bouncing puck at the blue line leads to a speedy forward for the Foxes to be able to get one. All right, in steps Jurgovich, Maxson, and Sheets with Golding and Fritz. Fritz goes to Golding. Golding goes up to Sheets. Sheets tries to cut to the middle, not able to do so, but takes the puck back off of the forward four. And Sheets takes a body check, gets dumped at the blue line. The official talks to him, but doesn't make the call. Definitely could have been a check there. Boarding, any number of choices, but the official just chooses to have words and not make him sit in the box. Nice outlet there to Sheets by Fritz. Sheets is going to drive wide. Not able to get wide, but in behind the net now. Looks, outlets to Maxson. Maxson goes back to Sheets. Backhand shot. And up, sorry, I realized I hit shots and not goals for the Foxes. There we go. And up they come. Bear with me momentarily here. Watch the game while I take a break. All right, icing forthcoming against North Pittsburgh. We're going to have Bub and Miller as your D pairing with Whitney, Palladino, and McPhillamy. Shot, that goes wide. North Pittsburgh, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Palladino drives wide. Looks. That tries to turn it over, isn't able to get it there. And back come the Foxes. And taken the side by Miller. Knocked up to McPhillamy. McPhillamy, nice backhand pass to Whitney. And that'll do it for second period action. Join you back here momentarily for third period. All right, welcome back to third period action. Meyer, Bowen, Donovan. Puck taken off the stick above, but challenged, and now Miller has it. He looks, chips it up to Bowen. Bowen chips it up, and they'll run into it. Not quite able to get there. And back come the Foxes. Centering pass through everybody, and over is Bub. He chips it up to Donovan over his stick, held in nicely by the defenseman. Big shot, rebound, cleared away by Miller, up to Bowen, chips off of his stick. And Donovan chips it, held again by the defenseman. They just can't get it past this kid. And in on Logan, cleared by Bub, and over to the corner, up to Donovan. Donovan has it, taken away. And thrown up again to center red. Held in, challenged by Bowen, and not able to get it out. They need to get the puck out here to North Pittsburgh. And Meyer comes down. He chips it up right to the point. Blocked by Bowen. Goes to center ice at the slot. Shot. Backdoor pass. Nice play by Frank to chip that one away. Would have had a back door wide open to be able to bury it home, but now taken by Bub. Centered up to Bowen. He's challenged immediately by a winger. Can't find the puck, and taken by the Foxes. Chipped away to Donovan. Donovan has it. Looks, chips it around, continues on. And taken away. Thrown back to center red, and gathered by Fritz. Fritz goes wide to Jackson. Jackson takes it himself, and he goes and throws it in on net. Jurgovic's in. He does battle. D to D they go, and out they come. Sheets steps up nicely, throws it down to Jurgovic. He has Max in there. It is. Shot, score. Beautiful passing play. This line has moved the puck very well. And there we go. No. And up. All right, we had a player down. And player for the Foxes is able to get up. So that's good to see. All right. So he went from down, being looked at, to back to the center ice. And the Foxes take it. They go cross ice off the skate of Maxon. And in they come, challenged by Jackson. Centering pass, save made and held by Frank. No goal. Beautiful save by Logan Frank. He's afraid to get up. I don't know that he knows where the puck is. Nobody does, and still no goal call. I think he took his glove off and is reaching underneath him to find the puck because he doesn't want the official to see where it might be. And it is directly on the line. No goal. What a beautiful save. That was all equipment there, because if you've ever seen Logan, he's got legs that are very skinny. So that was all equipment being able to hold that on. But beautiful save by Frank to keep this one a 4-goal game. And the official was right on top of it. He's talking to the Foxes coaches. They're arguing their case, but they're not going to win this one. The official was well on place. See the official saying, I have to see the puck go over the line, and I didn't. Fox is not happy, but official very animated. Doesn't appear to be upset, just very animated. And Whitney steps in. Whitney, Palladino, McPhillamy with Jackson and Fritz. To the point they go, pressured nicely there by McPhillamy, and back they come. Palladino, McPhillamy, 2-on-1. Palladino drives wide, tries a centering pass, hits the skate. And outlet the side boards they go, thrown up, taken by Whitney nicely, and McPhillamy goes. Drives into the corner, continues to churn, taken away by the center of the Foxes. Lost his glove. And is there a diving call coming against the Foxes? Player threw his glove, flailed around like he had been shot. He shouldn't have even been on the ice because he was the injured player that placed. And we got a body check call. Wow. Okay. Meyer, Bowen Golding and Miller are your 4. 9:30 to go. Third period. Taken by Miller. He throws it up and taken away nicely. 1-on-2 is the battle. Thrown to the point and clears everybody. Meyer's going to come with speed and pressure. Taken by the Foxes. They change direction. Meyer with a beautiful play to knock it away. He's in 1-on-5. Now Bowen comes down for support. He comes through, knocks it to the corner. Meyer back down. Knocked up to the half wall and back on the Foxes. Bowen pinches off the player nicely. Now Meyer comes over and back comes the rangy defenseman. And up he comes, in through 1, past 1. Stepped up on nicely by Miller, who takes the body, chipped around, and Bowen comes over. Not able to get there now looks, and he just softly throws it back to center and goes to get a change. Meyer pressures. And zipped around. That'll do it for penalty time here. 2-1, and we're back to even strength. Thrown up to Maxson. Look out. Oh, just bounced over his stick. He was looking where he was going to go with the puck and didn't catch it, unfortunately. It just bounced over, and they'll ice it, will the Foxes for some reason. So North Pittsburgh will take that. They'll get a full line back out there. And we've got Donovan, Maxson, Jurgovitz with Fritz and Bub. 1 back to Fritz. And he chips it down, but not through the second player. Foxes throw it to the weak side. Player didn't see it, and Donovan comes back. He chips it up and continues on. Back they come 3-on-3. Dump down, not through everybody, though, and now taken by Maxson. Maxson throws it down to Jurgovitz into the corner. And rimmed around past Donovan. Held in. No, not held in by Bub. And back they come 2-on-1. Now 3-on-2. Centering pass. Misses everybody for the Foxes. And up high it comes. Jurgovitz not able to handle it. Taken by the Foxes. Shot blocked by Bub. And bouncing puck. Puck's definitely jumping a lot today. Jurgovitz challenges. He goes wide with that speed. Look out. Oh. Just able to get stick on puck. And back it comes to the blue line of your Wildcats. Over to Maxson from Jackson. Over to Sheets. Shot. That one zips wide. All the way up high. And out it goes. Knocked down. Not far enough for icing. Is far enough for icing. And with 7:12 to go, we'll get a face-off. 6-2 here. So after what was a ferocious first period by the Wildcats, things have calmed down a bit. See if they can't get back to that fire they had. All right. We've got Whitney, Palladino, Sheets, Jackson, and Golding. That one's one over to the corner. Knocked down by Palladino, and Sheets in pursuit. Up to the point, held in by Golding. Chipped down to Sheets. Over to Jurgovitz, now into the corner. Sheets rims it around. And Jurgovitz goes and hunts. Now Palladino comes over to do battle. And out it comes. Back they come. Wide shot. Didn't go with the pass. They had him. Back check nicely. And Golding over to Sheets. Sheets will regroup. Backhand pass. And Foxes come in with it. Sheets with a chip. And up comes Whitney. He's got his step. Throws it over nicely to Sheets. Beautiful play. Sheets in. Shot. Out high was the player. Rebound. Palladino's not able to bury it. And into the corner it goes. Now Sheets down low. Sheets looks. Keeps it. Goes back. Not able to get it around to Palladino. Back to Whitney. Whitney looks. And over into the corner it goes. Up high to Golding. Golding has lots of ice. Takes it. Looks. Shot. That's off the knob and goes in the corner. Sheets loses an edge. And to Whitney. Whitney looks. Continues to look. Meets resistance. And in behind now. All the way around. And iced. By. Nope, not iced. On the net. Beautiful shot from way down there. Logan Frank leaves it for Jackson. And he circles around. Chips it around to Golding. And held in by the Foxes. Whitney comes down. And to Palladino. And shot. That's. Oh, look out. Save made. Logan Frank with a beautiful glove hand save. And just in time to get a new fresh bodies out here. So we've got Meyer, McPhillamy, Bowen, Bub, and Miller are your 5. Shot, that's wide. Rebound, Bowen tied up the player. Centering pass, shot, score.
Let's go!
Meyer takes it, wins it, and knocked up, but not past the wave again. The difference so far in this period has been they aren't chipping it past the rushing Foxes players to find the man stringing down the ice, and it's really hurt the North Pittsburgh thus far. That one's to Bowen. Bowen comes in 1-on-2, drives wide, tries to cut back. Now McPhillamy loses it, and back they come. That's what I'm talking about. Just the simple plays to get it past, and they're not able to do it right now. Held by Frank. 4:46 to go, third period. Offsides, face off at center red. Jurgovitz, Maxim, Donovan with Golding and Fritz. Again, we don't get the puck past the first wave, and then it comes to the zone. And shot on net, just wide of the net. Golding does battle. Now Jurgovitz down low. He does battle. He's absolutely bodied, but we don't call that one a body check. Outlet it up to Maxon, and in comes Maxon. Nice back check there. Goes to Jurgovitz, and just knocked away and thrown down for an ice. Foxes don't hesitate to ice the puck. All right, so we've got Whitney, Palladino, and Sheets with Miller and Jackson. Lines. We've got I think because of the penalty, we've had some mix and match lines, getting the coach a chance to see some other players play together. Palladino with a nice back check, but Fox's player continues on, drives to the middle, shot, that one goes wide. And down in the corner is Jackson. That one's centered, and Frank grabs it and holds on. 3:40 to go, third period. And won by Whitney. He continues forward, now up to Palladino, who drives wide. He's pinched to the wall, continues forward, looks, centers, backdoor pass, nice. Hands by Mason Sheets, who goes forehand, whips it, backhand, and tap-aroos it in. 7-3. Meyer, McPhillamy, Bowen, Miller, and Jackson chipped up to McPhillamy, who pushes on. He goes, has a step, drive, past the Bowen, taps it just wide of the net. That's got to be at least the fourth backdoor wide open play that they've not been able to bury, have the Wildcats. This game could easily be 10-11-3. Taken by McPhillamy. He's got it behind the net, tries to center, and Meyer tries to go to the point. Jackson steps up and knocked away. Back they come, 2-on-1. Meyer with a hard back check. Beautiful hustle by Pierce Meyer there. And centering pass, that one's fought for. Backdoor, save, held, no, not held, free. Everything, and shot. A beautiful play there by Logan Frank. Up to the point and back down behind the net. Jackson does battle. He gets pinched right from behind, face first into the boards, and goes down. Taken by Meyer. He outlets behind Bowen, and up to center red it is. They go D to D, and 2 on him. Defenseman's going to have to move it quick. Tries to go. Now Bowen follows on. He turns, looks, goes forward, backhand. He gets held up by the defenseman, literally just grabbed and tackled. And now the rangy defenseman throws the puck up, stepped up on by Golding, and held in nicely. Now it comes out, goes back to center. Jerkovich has it, tries to go over to Maxon, and up for McPhillamy. McPhillamy chips it wide. He'll go and change. Got a full change here now, so Donovan, Jerkovich, and Maxon. Maxon just not able to get a hand on it. Now Donovan is. He comes in, shot, glove saved, and held nicely by the goaltender. .136 to go. One nicely straight on to Maxon. Golding goes down. That hits off the defenseman and back. No high stick called. Offsides will be called this time, though, with 1:28. Foxes win that faceoff, though. Go straight through. Shot held by Frank. And Maxon does battle now. Oh, somebody tripped and fell. Golding went face first into the glass. And now taken by Maxon. Maxon comes up, goes to Jerkovich. Jerkovich drives wide. Onside is the play. Goes to Maxon. Maxon cuts across the middle. Looks, shot. And Jerkovich knocks it away. Now Donovan from behind the net. Looks. Tries the center. That's knocked back. Tries the center again. Goaltender grabs it and holds. So Jerkovich in there getting ping pong around. And with 47 seconds left, we'll have Sheets, Palladino, Whitney, Fritz, and Miller. Whitney with a shot. That gets blocked. And Whitney now with a nice takeaway. Foxes will try to rim it up. Held in by Palladino. And thrown back to center red. Miller drives the player wide. Centering pass. Knocked aside. And behind the net. Rimmed up for Palladino, who looks. Chips it up. And Sheets comes from the other side. Not able to get there, but Palladino follows on. He'll take a hit. And down to the wing it goes. Sheets back checks. Now Palladino takes it. Turns. Looks. He's going to dump it in. And that'll kill the game. All right, well. A 4-goal lead here. A win for the North Pittsburgh Wildcats. And they get their first POW win of the season. So they'll now be 1-1 after the tough loss yesterday to the Aviators. And they'll play another one here this afternoon. And we'll fill you in. All right, well, battery died. Perfect time.